Hi everybody. Today we're going to do a little bit of standing ab, core, and balance work. This workout will use some dumbbells, but they're not essential to the workout, so you don't have to have any. A light set would be great, or one heavier one for some of the exercises. You might want a chair nearby just in case you need a little balance assistance. But otherwise, we're going to start with the right foot march, and we're going to do a very brief warm-up. So this will be both balance and stability, as well as standing core. Take those feet out wide. Now plie tap, let's bring that arm up over the ear. Big arm sweep. Brace the abdominals in nice and tight. 8 more. Now hamstrings. I'm going to pull the arms back, open the front. Now add a little twist and a little punch, keeping that hamstring curl. Skate it. Keep the arm. Toe comes down. Sweep the arm skater style. Step touch. Let's take a little elbow. Start to open that arm up. 8 more right here. Heels front. Give me a little bicep curl. Bring the elbows up. Chest fly. Keep those heels, press it up, pull down. Feet together, sweep it. Circling arms back. Step the feet apart, elbows in. Let's do an easy twist. Anchoring the hips. Four more. Now reach. We're going to open up. We're going to climb that imaginary rope that's right over our head. Keep that plie positioning. Anchor your hips. Don't let them move. Now I'm going to pull front to back. So I'm going to pull that rope in. Now I'm going to reach down, outside. Last 4. Now circle arms, up, out, and down. Reverse, bring it in. 2 more. 1 more. Let's walk it on in. Let's get started. No weights on our first exercise. We're going to do our I Dream of Genie arms. We're going to bend down into that right hip and knee. We're going to start with a little genie knee twist. Turn in, turn away. Adding rotation at the waist. Turn it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. So we're going to plant that left, hip, knee, and toe facing slightly out, sink down, turn in and away. So we're not just twisting towards the knee, but we're twisting slightly away as the toe goes back. And let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4. 1 more here. All right, we're going to get 1 dumbbell for both hands. I'm going to get an 8-pounder, going heavy here. So I'm going to start with a back lunge hold. Step in and switch. Now my elbows are tucked in. Now I'm going to add a little twist back. Twist, center, in. So I have a fixed bicep curl. I mean, you could hold a ball, you could hold a rolled up towel, anything to kind of give your positioning a little focus. So I want to feel those inside edges of my arms connecting with the side of my body here. My hips are squared forward in that lunge. I rotate as far as I can without shifting through the hips or releasing the arms away from my sides. I'm going to do one more. I'm just going to change the move to a paddle. So we're back. Paddle, in, step. Back, paddle. Only to one side. So you step back, anchor, paddle. Here's where you start to get that stability work. You are rotating, paddling that weight to the inside leg. It's that less stable side. So it's going to give you a little stability. Anytime you're doing a lunge, you're up on the ball of that foot, you're definitely getting a little balance work. So, little of everything, rotation, giving us that standing core. Focus on each move. Each move is important. Work on control. No throwing weight. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. All right, I'm gonna trade this heavy weight for 2 lighter weights. This one would be perfect with a couple of water bottles in your hands. This is dumbbell skiing. We're gonna anchor that right foot down, left toe back, sit about halfway down. Now I'm gonna ski my arms. So I'm gonna shift at the waist. The arms appear to go forward and back, but it's really because I'm turning at my waist and putting one arm more forward than the other. So I'm anchoring with that lunge position again, balance and stability. And then my dumbbell skiing rotation is adding a little bit core work. Keep the arms in tight. My arms are fixed, elbows at 90 degrees. Let's do 8 more right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll just go right into the other side. So arms are a little bit tired, perhaps. Sink it down, shoulders down, and front, back. Remember, the arms appear to move because I'm turning at the waist, not because I am releasing the arms away from the side of my body. Keep those tight, tuck them in, so it's not a huge move. My dogs might bark. I heard a car thing going on outside. 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. These weights can go away. If you need a sip of water, grab it here. And we're going to do a yoga flow, 2 poses that will give you some feeling in the sides. Lateral flexion and extension. We will start with a side angle. So let's take, many of you have your right toes over to the right wall. Left foot is back. That long edge of your left shoe parallel to the wall behind you. We're going to start with side angle. So if we start with the arms out here, we're going to fold over, support on the forearm. You can also support a little higher on the hand. Now I'm going to flow right through that warrior 2, turn that palm up, and go to reverse warrior. And then we flow. These 2 poses, technically 3, side angle, warrior 2, into reverse. I want you to focus, feeling the movement, the side of the torso. One side lengthens as the other side shortens. Try to keep your lunge positioning. Keep your body squared forward, especially on the side angle. That's more of a challenge. Is here, we might want to fold inward, but we actually want to slightly rotate outward as best we can. And let's do a few more here. Let's do 1 more. We'll finish in this reverse warrior. Let's bring those arms out, release down. I'm just gonna flip to the other side. We're gonna keep everything simple. Right side, left side. Left toes point to the left wall. That long edge of your right foot parallel to the back wall. Shoulders square over the hips, start in that warrior two. And then we'll take that left arm to the mid-thigh or the hand, if you wanna stay up higher, into that side angle, revolving away from the floor. We flow right through warrior two. That left palm turns up as we open and lift to that either peaceful warrior, reverse warrior, and then we just flow back and forth. A little hesitation in our side angle pose, as well as our reverse warrior. Keep those shoulders relaxed and down from the ears. Feel that nice stretch. And then we're gonna shorten that same side you were just stretching, and you feel the other side get a stretch. So these complement one another. One side stretches, one side shortens, and supports our body from underneath. Could you do this with light weights? Yes, I would say very light weights, maybe 1 or 2 pounds. A water bottle in each hand would work. But sometimes it's just good to go through the flow, go through the feeling without adding resistance. It's not always necessary to increase your intensity. Let's do one more. We will finish in reverse warrior here. Bring it back to warrior two. Release those hands, carefully walk your feet in. So now we go from yoga flow to a little more of a boxing movement. We're gonna come into a little bit of a squat, sink it down, abdominals in. We have a little bit of a hinge. We're gonna start with your right arm. We're gonna cross punch, side to side. Hips are not moving here. The movement is in the waist. You add that little bit of extra movement and extension with the arm to add resistance. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now we're gonna change the move. Bring that torso upright, and now the forearms stay parallel, and we twist side to side, straight up and down, shoulders over hips, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hinge it forward, other arm goes first. Repeating the same movements. Hips are anchored, they do not turn. I got a little bit of a hinge forward at my hips. 4, 3, now we'll right that torso up and we twist. So now shoulders align vertically over my hips. I still have my little soft squat position underneath, trying to keep my forearms parallel, little soft fist. 3, 2, and 1, and release. Walk it on in. You're gonna want perhaps a dumbbell. We're gonna do a sliding side to side lunge with a figure 8. I'm gonna go with a smaller weight, lighter weight. I have a set of 5s and 1 8-pounder. So I will cue you what I'm choosing to do what works for you if you have weights. All right, so I'm gonna start with the dumbbell at the chest. I'm gonna turn my hips, knees, and toes outward, have a comfortable width between the heels. Now I'm gonna take a figure 8 to the right and left. Now you do not have to keep pace with the beat. This is a Pilates beat for what I use. It's a little bit slower than cardio for sure, but always work in a comfortable pace for you and your range of motion. Now this is a smaller range of motion. Notice my dumbbells just going right outside the hip. I am not extending my elbows and reaching far away. Just trying to aim for that hip. Drive that elbow back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now, turn your toes forward. Keep this dumbbell in your hands or clasp your hands like you're giving yourself a handshake. We're gonna swing that dumbbell to shoulder level, and then I'm gonna twist. Now, notice I am lifting the heel as I turn away. That's giving me some more flexibility to turn a little more to the side wall. If you do not want to do that, you're going to keep everything square and tight underneath you. I would not expect you're going to turn as far, and that's okay. Be light on that back foot, shift body weight into the other side. If you're a golfer, this might feel familiar, just that pivot. I say that like I'm a really good golfer, and I'm really a horrible golfer, but I love it. I haven't done it for years. And I have to have one of those beaded chains to keep track of how many times I have to hit the ball. Like even on a par 3, sometimes I just write down 10. That's how many beads I have. I have my own scoring system in golf. I have a DNF, like they do in NASCAR, and that's a did not finish. I cheated, I picked up the ball, maybe dropped it in the cup at the end. Who knows, one more. All right, let's bring this back into the chest. Maybe widen the stance a little bit. Let's get that sliding side to side lunge. We're gonna repeat the figure 8, starting to your left hip. So thinking not just about your hands or your weight, drive the elbow back to the hip, slightly behind if you can. So keeping the arms in tight, my elbows stay flexed. They're not extending out. Keeping it in tight to the body. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right, for the next one, we're not repeating the dumbbell squat swing with that twist. Kind of was equal. Some things, you know, I like to do both sides. Some things it doesn't really matter, but we are gonna do an overhead tilt. If this position does not feel comfortable for you, when I do these tilts, I want you to do this position where you just kind of slide those fingertips down instead. Now my arms are angled in front of me, so they're not straight up by my ears, but I am gonna sit down, pelvic tuck, soft knees, tilt right, left. Right, left. The arms extended up adds resistance. It's called an overhead tilt. Yes, you could do this with a dumbbell in your hands or a water bottle in your hands. But since we're doing a whole sequence of standing core, I'm gonna kind of pace myself a little bit. Shoulders down from the ears. Remember, the arms angle forward. I can see them. All right, let's do 8 more side to side. Remember, pelvic tuck, that means we draw that abdominal wall back towards the spine. Our knees are bent. We have a comfortable turned out stance for our lower body. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Nice, bring that down. Release those shoulders. All right, so we are going to move to a weighted exercise next as an option. You do not need to use the weight. It's going to be a reverse chop. So we're going to actually start up to the right. We're going to come through center and up left. Okay? Creating that letter V. I'm going to use a light dumbbell, 5-pounder, so it would be the smallest one I have. So when we reverse chop, we start high and go low. For me, a traditional chop is go low to high. Now that might be backwards from every other instructor in the world, I don't know. All right, so we start up here, and we swing down and up. Now you can add that pivot or not through the lower body. If you're gonna pivot, here's my little recommendation to get a little glute action. Squeeze that glute on that back hip. Squeeze it under, open up that hip flexor. Tighten that leg, get a little extra work. Push that ball of the foot into the floor. Shoulders relaxed and down from the ears here. Down, up. Now you may start to get a little sweaty because we're not really taking a break, and all these moves are using our major muscle groups in a continuous manner. So you might find yourself moving into your cardio zone, definitely the fat burning zone. If you have a Fitbit, you'll see that. Just a few more here. Finish one more to your left. Bring that down. Now, I would like you to practice this next move without a weight. It is a lunge with a halo. So if we imagine we have a weight, we sit in this lunge press. We're gonna move that weight around. So try this without weight, just to see how this feels in your shoulders. What I really want you to feel is movement right through here, all the way around. Not so much up in your arms. But as I kind of pull this around, I have to do all this movement, almost like rib isolations. So now, if you think you'd like to try a light weight, definitely a light one, maybe one of those 16-ounce water bottles. Let's have that right leg forward. We anchor and lunge. If the ball of your foot gets tired, just put that heel down and hold this in like a warrior stance. All right, so we start with this at the chest. We're gonna start with our right ear, bring it around, stop at the chest. So right leg forward, starting to the right ear. I want you to focus on the feeling through the trunk, above the hips and below the rib cage. Because we're in lunge press, we're gonna hold that pelvic tuck position. You should feel your left hip flexor getting a little bit of a stretch. Squeezing that left glute behind you. That'll also give you more stability. Speaking of stability, this is a good one to challenge that. Holding this lunge and then moving this weight around. Just one more here. And release, shake it out. All right, we're just gonna go right into the other side. So you'll have your left foot forward, the right toe back, heel up or not, you can place it down. Make sure those feet are on two separate lines. So we're gonna start to the left ear, bring it around. Around, stop at the chest, reset each time. Keeping it close in. Arms don't open up at the elbows very much. Just enough to kind of make it around. This would be another one if you have a rolled up towel, or maybe you have your own silver sneakers tool, the ball, you could hold on to that. You don't have to use a weight. It just keeps your hands connected, and I think it helps us maintain our form to have something in the hands on some of these moves. Again, feeling is above the hips, below the rib cage. Squeezing the back glute on that right side, opening up the hip flexor on that right side. Just a few more. And let's finish one more, and then we get a stretch. Set the weight down. And when I say stretch, it's a stretch and a strength, so don't get too excited on that. Cow and cat. I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna soften the knees. We're gonna hinge. Now you can stay up higher, or you can hinge a little tighter at the hips. Abdominals in. So we will inhale, open that rib cage. Exhale, and round. Now you use your breath to guide your pace through this combination. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. And we'll grab a sip of water if you need it. All right, walk it out. This next combination, you might want to have a little chair handy. So we're going to be on one leg for a while. Two of the next three moves are balance. So might be nice to have a little something to hold on to. All right, so I'm going to turn this right foot out. I'm going to turn the left hip out. I'm going to take my left arm up. So I have a chair. I'm going to touch it right here. And I'm going to crunch. Crunch. So I'm going to shorten the base of my rib cage to the top of my hip. Think of pleats on an accordion, shortening and then opening. Again, if I need to balance or hold on to something, here would be my right hand on that chair back. Sometimes just knowing it's there gives you a little more confidence. Sometimes it's not skill, but it's up here in the brain. Lightly tap that toe down. Try to be silent. That means you are controlling that with your muscle. All right, let's walk that out. We're gonna switch it to the other side. Same thing, so you can either turn around, or if you wanna keep your eyes on the video, turn that chair to the other side. Toes are both turned out. Ready, and shorten, lengthen. Try to make this smaller and bigger. I could do this without any major contraction happening actually in the side of my body. I can do it at my hip joint and up in my shoulder. So we have to actually put some mental thought into creating a shorter space and a bigger space. Shorten, lengthen. 8, 7, 6. My right toe, which is actually technically my left, is being very loud. Not following my own direction here. All right, last one right there. All right, so the next one, balance again. Let's bring that chair back over here. We're gonna take a back lunge to a knee, add a paddle to it. So this is gonna be a 3 combination move. I'm gonna demo it first so you can make a decision. So we back lunge, knee, and then I'm gonna paddle. Back lunge, knee, and paddle. Now, you can hold something in your hands here if you want. If you need to hold on, you're just gonna go here, hold, all right? If you wanna try to do a little turn, I wouldn't worry about it. If you are just starting to really challenge your balance, just do a back lunge to knee hold, all right? If you do not need to hold on, get a weight. I would go light. Hold it at the chest. So the right foot will stay down. Back lunge to knee and paddle. Back lunge, knee, and a paddle. Back lunge, knee. Now, another option, tap the toe in. That's that empty stance. Still working balance because 95% of your body weight is in that right leg. And then that's a way to just slowly progress and maybe start to get that toe off the floor. There's always something we can do to challenge but manage everything with good control. Just one more on this side. All right, walk it out. Again, simple today. Just go to the other side, move the chair over if you need to. Left foot will anchor and lunge, knee, and a paddle. Remember the option, tap the toe in, empty stance, light tap. Ooh, almost fell over there. Back, up, paddle, back, up, paddle, back, up, and paddle. I'm sweating, but it's also like 100 degrees outside, and I turned to my AC so it wouldn't run all the time, so it's up a little bit at a higher temperature today, so it's a little warm. 2 more. Of course, I have a fan about 5 feet away from me. That is not on. All right, let's release. Keep that weight if you have it. Washing machine, agitators, anchor it down, pelvic tuck, turn, turn. Now my elbows are in. This is a very straight side-to-side rotation. Don't let your hips move. Now I'm working with my tempo here because I want to get a little double pulse. And we go 1, 2. So maybe you get a little second chance on each side and you can rotate just a little deeper. Again, this is a perfect option to use a ball or a rolled up towel or a water bottle. Don't need a dumbbell. Something just to keep those hands together, connecting the inside edges of your arms into the side of your body. A little double and a double, double. Let's do 4 more side to side. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, let's keep the dumbbell, ball, towel, water bottle. Dumbbell side bends, think teapots here. So we're gonna anchor the body down, pelvic tuck. We're gonna tilt to the elbow side. Try to relax the shoulders down from the ears here. It's hard to do. If I don't like that hand up by my head or my ear, maybe I just place it on my shoulder. Or if my shoulder really doesn't like anywhere near those positions, just keep the dumbbell in one hand, reach down the side of your leg with the other. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's just walk it out. We're going right to the other side to keep it simple. So feet are comfortable, wider stance, little bent knees, little pelvic tuck, hand here, here, or here. Ready? Flexing left, down, up, down, up. We are focusing more work over to your left and less to your right. Why? Because gravity is going to bring that dumbbell down to the floor. The left side is fighting gravity to pull that dumbbell up away from the floor from the other side. So there is a reason sometimes to have only one weight in one hand and not always loading up both hands. We work both ways on these. Give ourselves some variety. Let's do last 4, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. All right. We're getting very close to the end. I am going to take one of my energy moves from Silver Sneakers. I'm going to add a light dumbbell. It can be the ball. Ball would be perfect for this, actually. We're going to do what's called descending the mountain. It's a move we use for warm-up, and it has some rotation. It has a little bit of a chop in it. So we're going to use that to add some core and stability. So we anchor those feet down, little knee bend. Let's start with this at your right, whoops, hold on, your left hip, but we move the dumbbell up to the right, and then we're gonna zigzag that dumbbell down to the other hip. Easy lift, do not swing. This is all under your control. We rotate and lift, and then we walk down that mountain path. 4 zigzags, and you end up at the opposite hip, so you can start again. Brace the abdominals nice and tight. Keep that soft knee bend. We do not turn at our hips, we anchor them. So if you've ever done energy, this move will be familiar. A little bit different with a dumbbell. We usually kind of pretend we're holding a ball of energy. And that's why I said, if you've got a Silver Sneakers ball or just a playground ball, it's perfect for this move. And up, twist, 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 and twist. Up, twist, twist. Last one coming up here. Rotate, descend the mountain, and release. All right, if you've got any kind of prop, weight, ball, towel, put it down. Let's get a sip of water. So we're gonna wind this up here. I wanna finish with a little balance work. So if you have a chair or you think you might want a chair, have it to your right side. We're gonna do a little Warrior 3 style movement. It's a hip hinge with a leg extension behind you. But there's lots of options, lots of in-betweens here. So I'm gonna sink down into that right knee slightly, draw the shoulders down, try to keep the chest forward as opposed to caving inward. Now I'm going to take that left leg back. So here's hip extension right here. I can take my arms out. I can take my arms back. Shoulders down. Now our challenge here to move towards a warrior three is to start to bend at that right hip, keeping the crown of our head in line with our shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. So we create a diagonal line. And then we'll stand up. Let's shake it out. Switch sides. So anchor down into that left. The right toe is back. I'm going to do this one with my arms out because we're going to do more than just one on each side. So you can get a feel for what you like with your arms. So we start with hip extension. That's the leg off the floor, squeezing the glute. Now to add, moving towards warrior three, I'm going to fold at that left hip. Keep the long line. You have to just imagine it in your head. Crown of your head through the line of your shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. And then release up. Shake it out. Going back to the other side. So we did this base arm by our sides. We did airplane arms. Whichever one you like better, stick with it or change it up. So sinking into that right leg again. Make sure that this hip is turned in. Draw the shoulders down. Always start with hip extension, and that may be where you'd like to stay today. And then if not, you want to challenge, you're going to hinge. Draw the shoulder blades together. It's the hardest thing to do, but it really makes a difference in performing this move correctly, so you get the most benefit. All right, other side. Toe back. Turn that hip inward. Arms out, shoulder blades connect, chest forward. Sit down into that left knee. Option to hinge at the left hip. Open up. All right, let's go back. One more on each side. Now, if you're in the middle of a galley kitchen, you've got this set up perfectly for you. One hand on each counter. All right, bend that knee. Draw the shoulders down, flex the foot. Hinge at the hip. And any degree of hinge is progression. So if you only want to bend about 5 to 10 degrees at that hip, but keep that line long, perfect. It's not a difference of, okay, we're either upright or we're at 90 degrees. Everything in between is how we learn and how we get better. And you'll find your limits. Sometimes you just have to stay within your limits. We want to stay healthy and strong and active. So don't push yourself beyond what feels right for you. But remember what a challenge feels like versus just pushing yourself just to do something. Big inhale. Let's go into that cow and cat. So we are moving into stretch right here. So this is for relaxation. Slowing the breath down. We have about 1 minute left. On the next one, we will spinal roll up, shoulders roll. Now I'm going to place my hands right behind these bones, right here at the lower back. I'm going to separate my feet slightly, soften those knees, draw those shoulders down, and then I'm gently pushing in for support, and then I'm trying to lift up that chest to the sky. So the standing variation of camel opens the front, big abdominal wall. Draw the shoulder blades together and release. Now, let's take our 4-point stretch to finish. Draw the shoulder blades back with our inhale. Exhale, we open the back, top to bottom. Then we bring those hands by the ears, open the front, and then we bring those fingertips to touch behind. Let's inhale as we open. Exhale as we lengthen. Inhale, open the chest. Keep the chest open. Exhale, bring those hands behind us, and we will do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Think of opening the back. Inhale, opening front. Keep that front open as we bring those fingertips behind us. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Shoulder roll up, down, and back to finish. And nice job, everybody. I hope you found a little something in each of these moves that maybe challenged you, felt those abdominals, felt that balance and stability improve today. I will see you later. Bye.